Hi, I'm Stuart from Stuart's Gardens in Simonstown in Cape Town, South Africa. And today we are continuing the process of showing how we will prepare this winter raised bed garden for spring. In the previous video, I showed how we removed the irrigation system. We cleared and leveled only the upper few centimeters of soil. The mature Hugelkulture and valuable fungal networks that have developed beneath it over approximately 8 years were left undisturbed. The term Hugelkulture is a German term that means mound or hill culture. It is an ancient method of building raised beds. Levels 1 and 2 in the diagram, the plants and mulch and the rich upper soil, support the soil life. These create a habitat for worms, microbes and beneficial organisms. Level 3 is the plant root level, which absorbs the nutrients produced by the lower levels. Level 4 is the organic level, which has leaves, grass and compost. Level 5 has smaller branches and twigs, and level 6 has the original log core. Level 7 is where fungi and worms thrive and do their thing, and level 8 is where moisture is stored. The wood acts like a sponge, holds water and releases it slowly to the plants. The fungi break down wood, connect plants and improve soil health. Over time, there is a rich nutrient buildup. As the wood decomposes, it releases nutrients for many years, and this whole system supports soil life. It creates habitats for worms, microbes and beneficial organisms, and plants thrive in this environment. Right, well, here's the manual. He's ready for action again. We've just bought some of this plastic. This is going to do a very important job, which I will explain as we move forward. What are you going to do with the plastic, Emmanuel?
We are going to cut this plastic to size so that it covers the raised bed area perfectly.
Well, I noticed that there are a few seedlings popping up. What are you going to do about that?
Well, before we put the plastic, we are going to remove all the seedlings.
Although the seedlings will be removed, there are still spores, bacteria and fungi under here which need to be removed. And we are only talking about the top level of soil. Remember, underneath here lies the Hugelkulture substrate. I see you have a tape measure in your hand, Emmanuel. What are you going to do with that?
I'm going to measure the size of the bed so I can cut the size of the plastic perfectly.
Great. Well, there, Emmanuel's carefully measuring out the beds. As you can see, this plastic is far too big for this bed, and the next job of Emmanuel is to actually cut it to size. Well, there it is rolled out. Unfortunately, we couldn't get a smaller roll of plastic than this, but we can cut it in half, and I'm quite sure that with the offcuts, etc., we'll certainly cover the required bed area that we're looking for. Okay, well, Emmanuel's ready to do the cutting. Emmanuel's been very clever. He's measured 800 centimeters, which is the width of that bed. And we now have a straight line, and he's going to cut along this line. Yeah. And there you are. This side is tucked in, and the upper levels of soil, the upper few inches of soil are nicely tucked in, and the sun can do its work on removing any pathogens that might be there, as well as seeds that we don't want to grow up. Well, before we knew it, the plastic was cut to fit each bed and then carefully laid over the soil. The black plastic blocks out the light and helps warm the upper layer of soil. Over time, this suppresses new weed growth and reduces the number of viable weed seeds and some potentially harmful fungi, spores, and bacteria near the surface. It is important to recognize that this process does not sterilize the entire bed, nor would I want it to. Its purpose is to improve conditions in the upper growing layer while preserving the deeper Hugelkulture structure, beneficial organisms, and established fungal networks below. And with that, the process of covering the raised beds with black plastic sheeting is complete. The beds can now rest while the plastic suppresses weed growth and helps prepare the upper layer of soil for the new growing season. If you have found this video interesting or useful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. Of course, the raised beds are only one part of the garden. There is still plenty of work to be done as we prepare the rest of the garden for spring. I look forward to sharing each stage of that process with you here on the channel. Thank you very much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you again soon in the garden.